Hi, this is Lady Lex UK, and this is part 1 of Reconstructing Art's Dream. The idea of this series is to take apart Media Molecule's campaign level and try and work out how they did some of the game mechanics. Now, the game is not remixable, so I can't go in and actually look at the microchips and take them apart like I would do for a normal Deconstructing Dreams video. So all I can do is watch and play and try and work out what they might have done. Now, the solutions that I come up with may not be exactly how Media Molecule have done it. And there are lots of ways of doing the same thing in Dreams. So if you think it might have been done a different way, or if you've got another solution, please leave some ideas in the comments. Otherwise, what I'm going to be trying to do here is just to take a few of the game mechanics. I'm not planning on remaking the game. That isn't the aim of it. It's more to do with looking at the tiny little bits of it that I can show you how it might have been done so that you can put them in your own games. Right, with that done, let's get on. Let's see the first little bit of ArtStream and see what we can remake here. Okay, well the first thing is that white text on a black background. So let's do that. That's a nice simple one to start with. So we're going to go into gadgets and get our sun and sky gadget. And we'll just take down the sky brightness. Take the sun out. In fact, we'll just take all of that out. And we'll take out the floor because we don't need that either. And now I'm going to put in some text animation. So I'm going to pop in a timeline. Just stretch it out a bit. So that's, you hover over the end, press the cross and drag. That makes your timeline a little longer. Alright, we're going to put in some text gadgets. So we want this text to display at 2 seconds. I've already typed this in a few times. So there we go. So we'll stretch that out, put that in the middle. In fact, it might be better if we horizontal and vertically align it. There we go. I don't want the text box, I don't want the border, I don't want the shadow. I want the text to be white. And I want to change the font to that italic. I think that's the font I want. Okay, so there's our first bit of text. I think it should be sort of that length. And I want to create a fade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and make that opaque. And then I'm going to put another keyframe in and make that 100%. I'll stretch that out. So I stick a blend in there and a blend in there. Let me stretch this out a little bit more. Alright, let's try that out then. It's fading off. Let's stretch that out a bit. Let's try that again. I want it to ease out. There we go. Let's try that. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. That's much better. Right, there we go. So, just copy that and repeat it. Let's take that box down so I can't have that text in the way. Right, let's copy that and repeat that. And let's change this text. It was made for the YouTube channel Dreams with Lady Lex UK to inspire dreamers to make their own creations. There we go. Let's stretch that out a bit. There, that. Right, let's see how that's done. Perfect. Okay, good job. So that's that done.
Okay, great. You're here. Brilliant. Let me tell you a story. Like all great stories, it's got action, laughter, a real mean bad guy. And the most important ingredient of all.
Okay, so now we're going to put in that special effect with the double bass. So first of all, I'm going to go into sound mode. And I've gone into the basses. I'm going to find the double bass. There we go, it's a double bass. And I'll open that up. And first of all, I'm going to move the playhead to here temporarily so that I can play this. I think that's the one we want. That'll do. There's some bass notes. Okay, so I've done that. Now you've noticed when we've gone into here, it's all bright. It's not dark anymore. That's because I went in and turned on studio lighting so I can see what I'm doing. Because if I didn't turn it on, let's turn it off. When I go into paint mode, I can't see what I'm painting. And I can't see this, and it's all a bit of a mess. So put studio lighting on and I can see what I'm doing. Right, I'm going to draw our string like so. There's our string. I've lost our timeline. Where's it gone? That's there. Right, okay. So this is going to be our bass string. And so that we know where we are, I'm going to put a camera in. Whoops, wrong one. So that I know where we are. The text is on the screen. Where should we put it? So we'll put it there. The text is on the screen it doesn't matter where the camera is, it's always fixed to the screen, so that's fine. But that will place our paint stroke in the right place. Now I'm going to open up the paint stroke menu like that, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to link the envelope of this music track to the glow. I'm going to put the glow up to 90% and then stick the envelope on that glow of the painting. Now then, let's see what happens. Right, let's turn off studio lighting. The thing is when you do a test of studio lighting, you don't get the effect because it takes so long for the studio lighting to turn off in play mode. So let's try that again. I have to rewind it. There we go. Really, really, very, very simple. It looks as if it's sort of moving because it's just the glow is coming in and out, and because it's black in the black space. Although I made that white, as you might remember, because we've got no lighting in this world. It's black on black, and you can't see it until the glow is activated, and that's not activated until the envelope, the sound coming out of this particular instrument makes a sound, and then it turns on that glow. Almost forgot the sparks. If we go into Effects, Quick Start Collection, there's something called sparks. We put that down. I've got show and hide on, so you can see it. So let's just put it back to this. Let's go into its properties. We're going to change it to white, and I'm going to change the playback speed to 200, and I'm going to turn off the jet trail like that. And I think, yeah, it just needs to be a bit wider spread. So we'll just spread it out a little bit wider. Let's change the camera angle a bit, because let's see what that looks like. Yeah, it needs to be spread a bit more. Let's try that now. Yep, there's our sparkles. And we will link that up, the power of that, to that envelope, as we did for our base line. Right, okay. Again, I'm going to have to... I wish that this was just instant, but it's not. It's a pain. Right, here we go. There we go. There we got our sparks. Perfect.
Music.
Okay, well, this next bit was a little bit complicated. So after I built it, I figured I didn't want to build it again. So what I've done is I've put down a double bass. There wasn't a double bass box case in the Dreamiverse. I just put down an actual double bass, and I've put down 3 rings. I've made them all invisible. So what you do is you go into the tweak menu of your sculpt, if you can grab it. This is a grouped piece, so I made it invisible here. So you make it invisible, and then you create a keyframe to make it visible, and then you put it in. So this is the double bass being visible here. I've got some lights and a rotator on the double bass, so it will rotate, and it will rotate in the time that I have it set up for. I've got a light there. I've got a destroyer on the bass line, so that's no longer there. And then these 3 rings, I've got 3 keyframes for each of those 3 rings, and those keyframes make them visible and also turn on the glow. And I have a power up and a power down on all of those. So this is what I end up with. Not exactly perfect, it will take a bit of tweaking, but that is the general idea. So you use keyframes to turn visibility on and off, to turn the glow on and off, and that's basically it. It's just animating your effect. Sorry I didn't spend a little bit more time on that, getting that perfect, but I've got so many tutorials to do, and I want to get on. So there we go. That was my first part of Reconstructing Art's Dream, and we'll be continuing that next week. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in your dreams.